Okay, hopefully I can actually get all the information that I actually want to share into this video here. So, I've always actually wanted to make a video on how to flick, and I never really had the way to actually like put it into words and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to try my best here, because I know that a lot of people actually want to get into flicking, a lot of people want to get into Deathslinger, but because of how difficult he is and how there's like such a lack of information on how to play Deathslinger, especially effectively, especially with flicks, especially with how his aim works, how he has a slow ADS. I feel like it's actually good. It's actually good just to make a video on this. So, starting off with the simple stuff, I'm gonna go over something called handbrake flicking. This is something that I actually bring up a lot on stream. And what handbrake flicking is like a handbrake using your ADS, like sensitivity, your lower sensitivity while ADSing. Using that to basically slow your aim down as you're flicking, so you can get a more accurate flick. So, what you're basically doing is, as you ADS, do you see how my sensitivity slowly gets slower and slower? We're using that basically to give ourselves like a handbrake, or try to like minimize our like mistakes while shooting. So, we're slowing down our aim, and then shooting. So basically, if I want to shoot someone through that pallet, using a handbrake flick would actually be better than just flicking over. And then, because like flicking over, I have to guess if I'm actually going to hit that. Like, you can see I overshoot, like a lot. But by using a handbrake flick, I don't really overshoot, because I'm using my slower ADS sensitivity to basically make it over to the pallet and make sure I get that fine-tuned shot. So yeah, that's basically something that you actually want to learn first, is handbrake flicking. Just using your ADS, your slow ADS speed, to basically aim for you, or basically to give you a lot of room for error. So learn that. And Deathslinger is actually pretty easy from then on. Shooting with Deathslinger becomes so much easier. But one other thing that I also wanna cover is full ADS flicking. So you might be asking, what is full ADS flicking? Full ADS flicking is basically just what it sounds like, kind of like handbrake flicking, where you aim down sights, and as the survivor goes to dodge, because survivors will normally go left, right, while you're aiming at them, they'll normally dodge left or right, or probably start crouching and stuff. As they're dodging left or right, you flick in that direction, making it so they're dodging into your gun, or something like that, or dodging into your spear. So, yeah, that's how you do it. And also, there will be some situations where the survivor will dodge left and then back to the middle, like you go in a straight line. If that happens, you want to do something called a double flick, which is basically you go left or right, you go right, middle, kind of like that. So that's also something that you want to learn, because as you're ADSing, or as you're aiming, survivors naturally want to dodge. They naturally want to dodge left or right, or in a way that's comfortable to them. So using these flicks is basically abusing the fact that they want to dodge. One other thing as well is shoulder flicking. So shoulder flicking is very different to what the blight shoulder flick is. For Deathslinger, it's a way of hiding your spear model, or hiding where you're aiming. So as you shoot, you kind of do a 180, or you do or you look behind yourself. Because basically, by doing this, we're abusing the fact that the spear doesn't actually follow Deathslinger's camera, or it doesn't follow the position that the Deathslinger's gun is actually aiming at. So we can actually just turn, as we shoot. This is done for one or two reasons. The first one that I've already said is hiding the spear's projectile and making it harder to dodge. Because basically, what survivors will normally read is Slinger's model. So they'll read Slinger's model while he's shooting. Because not a lot of Deathslingers will actually turn their model, or change where their model is facing as they're shooting. Making it extremely easy to dodge, because you're just watching where Deathslinger's aiming and basically just dodging the spear off that. But if Deathslinger isn't aiming as he shoots in the same direction as his spear, it becomes so much harder to dodge, especially since with how dark the projectile is for Deathslinger's spear, with it being grey gunmetal, it is extremely hard to dodge when you do this. especially on maps like Gideon. No, not Gideon. Especially on maps like Macmillan, Aswovs. Like, those maps are extremely hard, hard for survivors to dodge, like the shoulder flick on. And then the other reason why shoulder flicking is done as well is for information. So as you're like doing a shoulder flick, Deathsinger will. So basically, this is abusing like two things. Firstly, as I said, the spear will go to the position that you originally shot the spear, kind of like Wesker. How Wesker will always go in. How Wesker will go in a straight line no matter what, even if you turn your camera. Deathsinger's spear is basically works the exact same way, but as a projectile. The other thing is as well is when you spear a survivor, you will automatically automatically look and face the survivor when you're reeling them, no matter what. So even if you're not looking at the survivor as the spear connects, you will always be looking at that survivor when it does. So basically, if you've got a guaranteed shot, you might as well look around for more information while you're shooting the survivor, because you're going to get the reel anyway. So yeah, we're basically shoulder flicking for information and also to make it harder to dodge. Another thing as well is if you want to make it even harder to dodge, what you can do is a downward shoulder flick, which is like a shoulder flick but looking downwards. Makes it extremely hard to dodge because Deathsinger's looking down and his spear's going like diagonally, like from his like foot all the way to the place that you're aiming. It especially works better if you're doing like a high shot. If you're doing like a high shot, that's basically impossible to dodge because you're never seeing that spear coming. And also within this range, from like the grated floor to there, or like I don't know like what this is called, but like from this like part of the floor here to there, like if you do a shoulder flick there, impossible to dodge. You're not dodging that, like pretty much. But yeah, I'm hoping that this helps out a few people. I know that I was a bit fast with like explaining stuff, or like if I was like a bit too like it didn't really make sense, I'm sorry. But this is like the best way I could actually find of how to explain like flicking and stuff. But yeah, hopefully this does help. If you guys want to help me out, if you guys want to help out like the community as a whole, just reply or like comment down below with what you guys want me to explain next, like with Deathsinger, and I'll see if I can actually explain it to the best of my ability. It will be one of these videos where I'm just like rambling, but yeah, like these kind of videos are basically like the easiest way to get stuff like from my head onto like YouTube and onto Twitter. But yeah, hopefully that does help. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video that I make like this, or like the next video that I make. Love you guys. See ya.